Okay. Hi, my name is Sophia Yazdi. I'm here from the Center for Civic Engagement, and I'm here with Broome County Sheriff candidate Kate Newcomb. So thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. First, why are you running for sheriff? And if you are elected, what will be your top priorities for Broome County?
I'm running for Broome County Sheriff because I feel that I'm the best candidate to move the sheriff's office forward into the future. I have 30 years of uninterrupted service, and I have served almost every position within the law enforcement division at the sheriff's office. And the number one priority to me would be addressing any issues in our correctional facility. So within the first 90 days of being elected, I will formulate a task force, if you will, or the stakeholders, and bring them to the table. And that would include people who deal with incarcerated people at the sheriff's office. Specifically, it would be mental health folks, substance use disorder folks, community reentry folks, people of faith, as well as the corrections officers union. I would have them have a seat at the table too. And then we would do a top to bottom assessment and audit of the correctional facility, and to determine, what needs to be addressed, what's working, what isn't working, and how do we move forward to ensure the safety and health of everyone within the correctional facility is safeguarded.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Next, how will you be involved in the law enforcement reform process following the police reform and reinvention plan?
Yeah, so I sat on the board for the Broome County Sheriff's Office for Executive Order 203. I believe it was it was either in late 2020 or early 2021. I did sit on the board for that and participated in the meetings to talk about reinvention and police reform. So a number of issues that were brought up, specifically dealing with the Broome County Sheriff's Office, were expanding our community policing program, putting another person in that office because we currently have one, and being more accessible to the community. So we've been working on that. We're always working on building bridges in community engagement, interacting with the public. We just held an open house. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. And I actually agreed with the recommendation of expanding our community policing office. I think it's extremely important to engage and interact with the community so that we can build mutual respect between law enforcement and the community that it serves and protects.
Okay, thank you. And this next question is sort of related to the last one. How will you support community relations with the Broome County Sheriff's Office?
So I think that we would continue to do what we're doing right now. We would be involved in, there's a plethora of different ways we engage with the community. We're involved in community events such as parades. We host different types of events, like I just referred to as our open house. We would continue to engage with kids who have special needs or who have a particular affection for law enforcement. And if I could give you an example of that, one thing that we do is sometimes parents or family members reach out to us about a child's birthday that is coming up. And so what we do is, and I think you see this across the country too, by the way, I mean, of course, this wasn't our idea. What we like to do is we like to engage with the child. We'll go and visit them on their birthday, maybe bring them a birthday card, a birthday gift, things like that. We also very frequently during the summertime, we stop at kids on the street side that have lemonade stands or who are, just out in the street and try and interact with those kids. Another thing that we do during the school year is we have a bus stops with cops program. And what we do is, as kids are standing on the street side or the end of their driveway waiting for buses, when our deputies see them, they stop and they interact with them, take pictures with them, show them the police car, things like that, you know, discuss whatever the kids want to talk about. So what I will do moving forward is ensure that our law enforcement people who are out on the street, engaging and interacting with the community, continue to do that. And we would look for new opportunities to engage with, specifically with children, because I think it's so incredibly important that children have role models to look up to and view the police as someone who is friendly and in a positive light and not a negative light. So I would advocate to continue to do that, to expand our community policing office and ensure that we're engaging with the community that we serve.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
What are the biggest challenges the Broome County Police Department is currently facing, and how will you address these issues?
You know, I think that one of the largest issues that is facing law enforcement as a whole, and of course that includes the Broome County Sheriff's Office, is recruitment and retention. Recruitment and retention issues seem to be more specific to the correctional facility than it does the police officers who you see out on the street. But for sure, we are seeing a definite drop in the number of people who are taking the examinations to start a law enforcement career. So I think that has to be a priority to address those recruitment issues and those retention issues. And we need to find ways to, specifically, if I can talk to specifically about the correctional facility, we need to find ways to make it a more favorable career path for people to stay in the correctional facility, because obviously we need to employ those folks.
Okay, thank you. And finally, is there anything else you would like to share to help students decide who deserves their vote?
Yes, I would. I would like to point out that you know, I've served with the Broome County Sheriff's Office honorably for the past 30 years. I'm in my 31st year there. I have made it a point to be accessible to the public and to address the needs and concerns of the public. And if I could use an example, or give you a couple of examples, when I'm out campaigning now, what I hear a lot from the public when I interact with them is they come up and say, you know, you probably don't remember me, but you helped me one time. And I always say to them, can you please refresh my memory and tell me how I helped you? And usually, quite honestly, Sophia, it's something small. They say, well, you know, I had a question about an investigation a deputy was doing, or there was cars speeding on my street and you sent a police car over to run radar. Or it's usually something, you know, that may not be necessarily a big deal to the rest of us, but it was a big deal to that person at that particular time. And so what I ensure that I do is every person who calls the sheriff's office, I believe it's owed to them to get a return phone call. If they leave a message, if they're looking for an answer to something, if they have a question or if they have a need, I feel that it's extremely important that your sheriff's office is responsive to the people who it serves. So even if it's somebody who is less than happy with the way something was handled, I always return their phone call. I always listen to their concern, and I always try and help them out no matter what their issue is. That is my commitment. So I wanted to point that out because I feel that it's imperative, and it's some of the positive feedback that I've gotten. And while it may not be the biggest issue, I feel that it is a very important issue. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for joining me today, Kate. Students, please make sure to check out the other videos to see all of the other candidates, and don't forget to vote on November 8th. If you have any questions, please come to the Center for Civic Engagement located across from the marketplace. All right.
Thank you for your time. And I think it's really awesome that you guys do this. it's nice to have an opportunity to, get on here and talk and be seen. So thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's great talking with you.
Okay, you have a great day.
You too. Bye.